I think one thing to keep in mind, this is a great win for our team. But humility always keeps you hungry. It's one game. It's against a very good team. But, you know, we're going to have to continue to improve in a lot of areas, and we're going to have to continue to work hard to try to play an SEC game every week is, you know, it's tough. And the players have to respond every week because I think everybody you play in this league, you know, can beat you if you don't bring your A game. So that's going to be very important for us. Spend 24 hours enjoying this, but, you know, when that's over, we got to go back to work and we got to get better. I thought the turnovers in the second half were huge. The defense played a little better in the second half. We got off the field on third down a little better. I think the offense did a magnificent job against Georgia's really, really good defense. They've got a really good defense, and you know, our guys did a good job of executing. We stayed focused on technical execution throughout the game. Still made some mistakes, especially in the first half on defense. Settled down, played a little better in the second half. So really, really proud of our guys all the way around. We had some great performances out there. Najee, Smitty, Waddle, you know, I mean, a lot of guys really played, but really I'm proud of the whole team. So I really can't because they all played so hard, you know, in this game. It's unfair to not point out that this was a great team win for everybody on our team.
Okay, Coach, we'll open with Brett Hudson.
Outside of third down defense, where do you think the defense was better from the first half to the second half?
Well, we got turnovers. We got a couple stops on third down, which were critical. They moved the ball a little bit, missed a field goal, which was huge. So I think we did a better job executing. You know, we have to be able to adapt to different things that we see in a game. You know, the play they scored the big play touchdown on to number 4. It was a new formation, something we hadn't seen. We should have bumped the safety out. Didn't do it. So the linebacker ends up on a guy that's, you know, really a fast, good player, even though he's a running back. And, you know, obviously that guy hadn't practiced doing that very much, so we gave up a big play. But so there's just a lot of things like that we got to get all 11 players executing and doing what they're supposed to do so that we don't have these mental errors that just keep sort of haunting us a little bit. But we did a better job in the second half of not making as many errors.
Okay, we'll go to Michael Casagrande with AL.com.
Yeah, the second half, you guys ran the ball pretty well, took the air out of the ball. What was it like there in the third and fourth quarters when you were able to grind it out? It kind of like an old-fashioned football game at that point.
Well, I think that our offensive line did a really good job against their really good front, no doubt. When you get ahead in a game, you want to be able to run the ball, and we took the clock in the game at the end, 5 or 6 minutes off the clock. So that's what you have to be able to do. That's why you have to be able to run the ball. There are certain times and certain situations in games where you don't want to keep giving the ball back to the other team. I think we knew that we had to have balance in this game to be successful. I think the balance is the reason that we were successful. We were able to run the ball fairly effectively, still make some explosive plays passing. And, you know, Mac had another, you know, good day. So it was a really good offensive performance.
We'll go to Charlie Potter.
Hey, Coach, we didn't see LeBron Ray or Carl Tucker out there. They looked like they were in street clothes. Do you have an update on those two?
Yeah, LeBron sprained his elbow in practice last week. And look, I was in a different situation this week, so I never thought of even that we didn't report any of this. I didn't even tell Josh. He didn't even know because, you know, I was home taking orders rather than giving orders. So I just kind of messed up on that. But he sprained his elbow. He'll probably be able to get back and do some things this week. We don't know about whether he'll be able to play this week or not. Carl pulled his hamstring on the kickoff return last week. And he's still going to be questionable probably as well.
We'll go to Dennis Dodd.
Nick, a lot of teams would give anything for one of those receivers. What's it like just to have three of those guys in your hip pocket at any given moment?
Well, I think that trying to cover outstanding receivers really is a difficult task. You've got to have a really, really good secondary. You've got to have some really good guys to match up. So that's been an advantage for us. It was a huge advantage for us last year, and it's an advantage for us this year. So, but to be able to make explosive plays with these guys and their ability to convert on third down, people have a tough time, covering them man-to-man, which is a good thing. So it's great. It's probably the strength of our team. We've got a lot more experience on offense, good offensive line, good runners, tight ends played well for us tonight. So these receivers are special.
We'll go to Mike Rodak, to two more.
Yeah, just what do you think that Mac proved about himself tonight against this sort of defense, especially after what happened on the first play of the game?
I think, Mac, what happened the first play of the game wasn't Mac's fault. He got hit. Smitty beat the guy. I mean, they run corner cat. The safety's got to cover it. Same deal where we scored, number 8 scores, Jonathan scores, later in the game. Same deal. They run corner cat. We run by the safety. So, but we just didn't supposed to fan and block that side. The guard didn't fan out, so we got hit. Wasn't Mac's fault. He should have been protected on it. Najee actually blocked the corner cat, which is usually the guy you let go. So, but those are the kind of things we just got to clean up. But I think Mac did very well. He stayed in a good place. He had his eyes in the right place most of the time on most of the reads, and he played really well.
We'll finish with Kurt.
Yes, Coach, I wonder how your return was greeted by the team. That was an emotional situation, and how it worked into the game.
I really can't answer that. I think you'd have to ask the players that. It was very emotional for me. I think a couple things. I think I gained a lot of respect thinking that I had this, even though we've done everything we can to set a good example relative to social distancing, wearing a mask, washing hands, from a player's perspective, I think everybody should have the proper respect, because I'm going to tell you, when they tell you you've tested positive, that's not a good feeling. Now, I wasn't sick, all right, so the other thing I have a tremendous amount of gratitude for is the unbelievable number of people that, texted, sent prayers, was just phenomenal. And I believe in things like that, so I do think that that all helped. So I'd like to thank all those people for their support and their help, and all the relationships and people that I know all over the United States, calling, checking, texting, really is heartfelt, and I really appreciate it. And I also really appreciate, which I said earlier, the fact that the players handled a disruption without an issue. I think that's the big thing. So it was emotional for me to come back today. I think they handled the disruption really, really well. I'm not sure me coming back today, I think they were ready to play this game whether I was there or not. I told them when I got sick, I said I hadn't made a block or a tackle or caught a pass for, about 40 years now. So whether I'm there or not, you guys ought to be able to go out there and take care of business. So, and I was really proud of the way they handled all that.
All right, Coach, that's all the time we've got. Thank you.
All right, thank you.